Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bits and Bytes. All things consumable from all the places that you think you want to be, at least. It's the United States edition. That's right. What does that mean? I almost lost track. What's that mean? That means it's 50 states in 50 weeks. That means my reverb is up big, is what that means. 50 states, 50 weeks. We got a big week this week. Big state, M state, one more M state. What state's it gonna be? Roll the dice. Could it be Minnesota? Oh, Minnesota's in the house, everybody. Welcome to Bits and Bytes. Week, lost track. What week are we in? 23. Week 23. Big bad Minnesota's here. We got the flag on the wall screen like we always do. We're coming through here. We're modulating, of course. The flag, I didn't even look at it yet. Let's take a peek. Let's take a gander together. Some real weird shit going on there. Maybe we could pull that up. I don't even know what to say. It says Minnesota. It's got a lot of stars on it, right? 5, it's got some Frenchy words. 1819, 1893. Perhaps these are important things. Who can say? What's the flag say? Flag of Minnesota, state flag, design features a modified version of the seal of Minnesota on a blue field. Ah, yes. There it is. First version was flown from 1893. Ah, yes, the year until 1957. Not the years on the flag. What's the point? Current flag adopted in 1957. State seal was modified. Blah, 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 blah. What does it mean? Early military flags, design and symbolism. Native American rides on horseback in the background, symbolizing Minnesota's Native American heritage. In a field, in the foreground, a farmer plows a field while his axe, gun, and powder horn rest on a stump nearby. What the fuck? Let's get the fast facts up. We'll get back to the flag. This seems like fast facts music. The North Star State. Statehood in 1858. 32nd state. Late to the game. Population, July 2016, we're talking 5.5 milli. Pretty big. Capital, St. Paul. The biggest city is Minneapolis, home of Prince. My purplish shirt on for this occasion. Abbreviation MN. State bird, the old common loon. Let's see what a common loon looks like. I don't know what a common loon looks like. These birds are really something, aren't they? Oh, it's a duck. Okay. That's new. I don't think we had a duck before. Look at that little common loon. What a common loon. Looks fucking evil with that red eye, though. What is that about? What the hell is that? What is that? What are we doing there? Common loon? How dare you? And then the state flower, of course, is everyone's favorite pink and white lady slipper. Let's see what that is. Show me pink and white lady slipper. Oh, this is an interesting flag. All right, so far, I gotta say, Minnesota, you're out there with the weird shit. That's a weird thing. That looks like that is strange. We're gonna go ahead and say you have the weirdest. Let's put this in the books, guys. Let's note this. Prince. Let's just write that first. And 2, contender for best bird in class and best flower. All right, good job, Minnesota. You're out the gate. You're coming out hot. You got Prince, arguably the best bird I've seen. Evil as a motherfucker, this thing. And the flower's interesting. So that's cool. Let's get back to this flag business. I'm actually curious now. In the field in the foreground, a farmer plows. Hold on, we can just pull up the flag so you can see it. That'll make more sense. All right, with the music, we know. You had waning horns. We hear you. All right, here we go. Give me this. Show me the flag. Beautiful. Big boy flag. So, let's see. In the foreground, a field in the foreground, a farmer plows a field while his axe, gun, and powder horn rest on a stump nearby. Yeah, all right. I guess I'll give you that. The field and plow represent the importance of agriculture. Yes, they're big on beets out there, I think, and corn. The tools used by the Native Americans and farmers represent the tools used for labor and hunting in the past, while the stump represents the importance of lumber in Minnesota's history. Next to the field, a river, a waterfall symbolize Minnesota River and St. Anthony Falls. 3 pine trees in the background represent the pine trees of the St. Croix, Mississippi, and Lake Superior. Ah, fun. Well, that's pretty boring and uneventful, if I do say so myself. Welcome to Minnesota, everybody! The land of dry humor, cold people, and Scandinavian culture. I read that somewhere. Let's pull it up on a map. Where is this fucking place? There she is. There's Minnesota. I swear to God, all these M states, I'm confusing all the time. All week, I was like, is it Minnesota? Is it Minneapolis? Is that even a state? Is it Montana? Is it, what's the other one? Is it Missouri? Is it Mississippi? They all blend. Missouri, Minnesota, Mississippi. Too many syllables in your fucking M states. Coming out hot with the cursing, sorry. There's Minnesota. Found it. All right, so you're up there on the other side of the Dakotas, which we haven't visited yet. Birds aren't real. Okay, in the chat. All right, flat earth. Minnesota, there it is, Minneapolis. Just show me Paisley Park. It's really all I care about. All right, so we got Wisconsin over to the east, Iowa down south, and the Dakotas on the west. Up north, bordering old near Winnipeg in Canada. Didn't know that. Looks like it's touching some of these old Great Lakes. Maybe Wisconsin and Michigan get a little cranky about that. I don't fucking know. Minnesota, Minneapolis. I feel like I might have been in Minneapolis before. Honestly, I don't remember. It's a blur if I was. And obviously not that more memorable. I mean, it looks like a city from any other city that I'm looking at here on a map. Really not much to say. We had a couple guests from Minnesota lined up, but all flaked out. They must be real busy being cold and working on improving things and do-it-yourself craft type projects. I'm assuming that's what they do up there. So you got a couple rivers and lakes. What else we got here? Prince. I just wrote Prince a lot on my book. Really, Prince is the only thing that matters that comes out of there. Average people. The type of people who vacation by renting a shack and putting a glory hole in the ground and fishing. Oh, yeah, the Mall of America's there. Forgot about that. Where the hell's that? Is that in Minnesota? I mean, Minneapolis. See how they all blend together? I dislike malls. I have a big holy shit, that's big. I distaste malls. I don't like malls. Let alone malls called Mall of America. Yeah, it's definitely South Minneapolis. A mall is a wretched place. It's a place you go once a year to pick up a last-minute gift or, you know, a shirt that you need because you spill coffee on yourself on the way to work. It's really the only reason to ever show up in a mall. This is the Mall of America website we're on here. Maybe we could call them. Oh, look. My phone lines are up. I don't know if I want to take calls, but if you want to, you can get in. 843-REBEL-TV. 843-REBEL-TV. Sounds like they're working. Feel free to call in. Serious calls only, obviously. And we're only talking about Minnesota, obviously. Of course, there will be no prank calls, no joking. What kind of shit goes on in the Mall of America? We do talk about food and drink on this show, and I promise, if you were here, if you caught the pre-show, we did a pre-show live on Instagram Live. I went on my Instagram Live at the Billy Vegas, fired up the grill, and I made what is, we'll just fucking go right into it. I made what is iconically the #1 food that comes out of Mississippi, or not Mississippi, Minnesota, the Twin Cities iconic Juicy Lucy. This is what it looks like, apparently. I don't think that's what mine's gonna look like, but I did my damnedest. I've never had one, but the Juicy Lucy, if you don't know what it is a hamburger that has cheese stuffed inside instead of on top. How bored do you get that this seemed like a great idea? I don't like the idea. Doesn't sound good. Sounds messy. I don't like a sloppy burger. I like a clean, tight burger. I like to keep it clean in my burgers. So what did I do? I took 4 ounces of meat, made a patty, stuck about 2-3 ounces of cheese, American, of course. Land O'Lakes from Minnesota. Let's not forget, it's a very Minnesota product. Topped it with another 4-ounce patty, packed it as well as I could. Sear, top shelf, closed it, baked it out. Hopefully it's cooked through. cheese didn't pop out the side, so my seaming was all right. But we'll see. Apparently, these are the two places, the 5-8 Club and Matt's Bar. These are the Pats and Ginos, if you will, of the old Juicy Lucy. Oh, there's a gross quote in here that I'll read. 2 bars. Forgive me for reading this, but it looks... I didn't even read it yet, but it looks like this will be a good one. 2 bars about 3 miles from each other on Cedar Avenue in South Minneapolis. Let's pull that shit up on the map. Show me where it is. Cedar Avenue, South Minneapolis. What's it called? The 5-8 Club. Let's find out. You know, you might end up in Minneapolis. You want to know where the fucking 5-8 Club is? I also feel like there's a dead animal in the studio. Just saying that I smell that. Related, unrelated. 5-8 Club, there it is, right off a highway, just like I expected. And right by Fat Lorenzo's. Fucking great name, guys. And Matt's Bar, which I guess is somewhere around here. They don't even put it on the Google Maps. Let's give me a search to Matt's Bar. Matt's Bar. Matt's Bar and Grill. There we go. Let's see how far these places are. All right, they're about 3 miles away. Got it. Next. Saturday claimed to have invented the burger. Matt's Bar and the 5-8 Club. Matt's credits the bar's former owner and namesake, Matt Bristol. One account claims it preceded his purchase of the bar in 1950s. Mash, eh? But that Bristol formally added it to the menu and thus popularized it. Another version is that the burger was invented by a customer in 1954 who remarked, "Ooh, that's one Juicy Lucy." If I had a place and gave someone a burger that had cheese inside of it, one, I wouldn't do that. But two, if I did, and someone said, "Ooh, that's one Juicy Lucy," seriously at me, I would promptly take said burger from them and go, "Oh, was it a Juicy Lucy? That's really good. Let me just wrap this for you." And then tell them to get the fuck out of my bar. That's what I would do. You don't talk like that at a bar, especially in Minneapolis. The 5-8 Club does not provide a particular origin story, but the bar itself was originally a speakeasy, sherry, dating to the 1920s. 2 bars offer slightly different versions of the burger. One difference is spelling. Oh. Matt's removes the letter I in juicy, supposedly an inadvertent misspelling dating to the burger's creation, while the 5-8 Club utilizes the normal spelling. Wow, fun! Shirts worn by the staff of the 5-8 Club have the motto, "If it's spelled right, it's done right." Okay, I kind of like that. Like they're shitting on each other's incorrect spelling. They are in the Midwest, so, you know, it's always fun when Midwest bars kind of butt heads and mock each other's stupidity. The 5-8 Club offers several different cheese options for their version, while the version of Maddie's only contains American cheese. Well, fuck it. That's what we're doing. American cheese it is. Give me a picture of a Juicy Lucy, then I'm going to cut mine open and we're going to see what it looks like. Hopefully we succeeded. Let's see if we did it. Give me a good one. Give me a good one. Oh, the other thing that they love out there in the old Minnesota. See, I keep forgetting what state we're on. That's how busy this fucking program is. So we got the cheese. There's the Sando. I didn't even show you the box yet. All right, here's what's in the box. Show me what's in the box. What's in the box? What an uneventful, what a terrible setup that box is. Jesus Christ. What the hell is that? Get out of there. Come back. I got you, don't worry. The studio's falling apart. There's fucking dead animals in here. All right. Minnesota wild rice is apparently a big thing. It says Minnesota on it. Did I make it to eat it? No, I did not. It takes about 60 minutes, and no one had the fucking time for that. I barely had time to put a burger together for you all. But we're calling it lunch. Minnesota wild rice. They grow it. We'll look into that a little bit. That sounds fun. Tell me about your rice. Tater tots. Apparently they make stuff with tater tots on here. Mmm. Delicious. We'll get into that. That's a whole separate thing. I think it's called, it's got a weird name. I want to get to the Juicy Lucy. I want it to be juicy. They say let it sit for a few. I'm going to get out the other camera so we could get in and see if I failed or succeeded on this. Try not to break this fucking thing. I need this for off-site. All right. This is terrible. I should have a tripod. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Good setup, guys. Really working. Really good. Really good production value here. Real good. All right. Bear with me. All right, we're gonna go with it. We're going in for the Juicy Lucy. There's my mic. So I made this outside on the Instagram Live. That was the first thing. I got some pickles in case it needed it. 4-ounce patty, stuffed with cheese. The old Juicy Lucy. On a shitty bun. Hold on, let me set this up and make it look nice. We'll come back to that camera. Come back, hold on. So this thing's definitely greasy and gross. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it in half and then we'll come in with the cam. I'm a trusty bad boy here. So like I said, there's a 4-ounce patty on the bottom, 3 ounces of cheese in the middle, 4-ounce patty on top, sear, baked it off on top. We're gonna cut it in half and go for the glory shot. This could be a complete and utter failure. I've never made these before. Let's see. The lighting is terrible. My hand's in the way. I'm gonna try this one-handed. How Minnesota is this plate? I got stupid pickles, crispy ass tots. Look at those crispy tots, though. Come on, those are some crispy tots. And then we got the burger. Let's just go for it. I want it to ooze out. We want it to ooze and say, ooh, that's a Juicy Lucy, remember? Is she a juicy one? Not looking too juicy, bro. Okay. I mean, it's not oozing like the Velveeta one on the screen. It doesn't look like that. But it looks like that. I mean, that's not that bad. I don't know, dude. Why are you putting cheese inside your burger, guys? You guys are stupid. All right, let's try it, though. Wow. How clever, Minnesota. You guys are crazy, man. You really broke all the boundaries. You put the cheese in the burger for no real reason. And it's really not better than a normal cheeseburger. I dare say it's not good. Maybe mine's not Juicy Lucy enough. Oh, dude. We tried. It's still a burger. There's a lot of meat here. Mine's decisively not juicy enough. I mean, look at that picture. I don't know what the hell kind of cheese you're adding there. That looks like you just dipped it in Velveeta, dude. That's a fake shot. That's fake. That's not real life. Someone just put cheese on that. Look at the placement of that. Get out of here with your bullshit, Minnesota, you liars. All right, cool. All right, we made a burger. A mediocre burger at best. Under-seasoned. And the cheese inside is stupid. Thanks for nothing, Minnesota. The other thing they're big into... Oh, that's right, the cocktail. We're gonna make a cocktail, that's right. It's called the bootlegger. This is American cheese. American cheese is what you're supposed to use, according to the all the recipes I read. Some places do other cheeses, but American cheese. Now... The other thing they love out there is tots, and they have something called a hot dish, or a hoe dish, or a hot dish. How to make a hot dish like a real Minnesotan. So essentially, from what I've read, I'm not gonna go through this. It's a casserole that they top with tots. They fucking love tater tots out in Minnesota for some reason. Not sure why. Sorry, checking the phone bank. Yeah, this is what the pictures I was looking at. This is what it looks like. I'll get a nice one up here. Yeah, like, so this is what they call a hot dish. I mean, it's like shepherd's pie with tater tots on top. I don't think they're big on potato growing in Minnesota, but, you know, apparently they love tots, so I made some tots to go with my burger, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and say it's close. You know, for Minnesota, for people that love to work so much, They're really not doing too much in the way of groundbreaking food. Just saying. Oh, yeah, the rice. I didn't look into the Minnesota rice. But Minnesota wild rice is definitely a thing. Maybe we should let's call a Minnesota wild rice place. And maybe we could talk to somebody about it. That sounds like a good idea. How about Moose Lake? I just found that. Moose Lake wild rice. Do they sell stuff? If they sell stuff, we could probably get a couple minutes out of them. Ah, yes, they do. If we learned anything, we know the Midwest likes to talk. Let's get Moose Lake wild rice on the phone. Let's see how this goes. Calling Moose Lake wild rice. I don't have any questions. It's not good. Help me out here with some questions. Subtle nutty flavor. We have different kinds. Talk to me about the rice.
Hello, Moose Lake Wild Rice. This is Terry.
Hi, Tori, you say?
This is Terry.
Terry, sorry, I thought I heard Tori. Hi, my name is Billy, and I'm doing a show on Minnesota, and I was looking into rice, and I came across your stuff, the wild rice out there. I just had a couple questions about wild rice, if you have a minute.
Okay.
Cool. I don't know much about Minnesota wild rice and the differences between like white rice and brown rice, and I see you have a couple different varieties here. I'm looking at your website. I see like you have a cultivated one, you have a lighter one. There's a lake and river. What exactly would the differences be between some of these?
The black cultivated is a Minnesota black cultivated, is not hand harvest. It's machine harvest.
Okay.
And it's not the real stuff. It's grown in ponds where they take machines and go in there. And the lake cultivated is the same thing, only they polish it to look light. And to me, it tastes just like the real wild rice. And the hand harvest is the real native picked rice.
The hand harvest. I'm looking for that on the thing. Yeah, that's what I want. That's the good.
It's hand harvest lake and river.
I'm looking. I see the other. I see a burlap bag. I see the cultivated. I see the parched lake. I see the light colored hand picked wood parched lake and river wild rice.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Wow, so I guess I never had real wild rice. I guess I only had like boxed, what's the brand, like Reese brand or something. I'm assuming that's not the real deal.
No, none of that is the real stuff. What is that, Uncle Ben's and all that. No.
Uncle Ben is a fraud. So what's the difference with, I don't know, I mean, I know food, I know my food background, I know a little bit about rice, I'm no expert, but what makes it wild rice? Is it a cultivated, I mean, obviously it's not cultivated, but is it, it's wild grown? Is it grown like other white rices?
Yep, it's in the lakes and it's in the rivers. Like last year, it was mainly picked up in this area on the lakes and rivers, and it's actually known as a grass.
Okay.
And, yeah. And they pick it on the lakes and rivers in their canoes, and they beat it down in the canoe, and then they sell it to whomever buys it, and then we have it parsed, and different parses it differently too.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was going on out there. Like I said, I do a show on the food and drink of every different state, and this week we're doing Minnesota. And I came across the wild rice. That's how I found you guys. And I was looking into what else, like Juicy Lucy's. That's a thing out there you guys seem to love.
Yeah, the hamburgers.
Yeah, burger with cheese inside for some reason.
They're really good.
They are? I don't know why you would put cheese in. I like it outside, but I'm a Jersey boy. What do I know? And then
it's really good.
I have no doubt it's really good. I'm going to try to make one and see what it is. Do you have any tips? Do you make them at home or you go out for the Juicy Lucy's?
No, I've never gone out for them. I make them at home. I just put burger together and stuff cheese in it, and we grill it. And
sounds delicious. The rice really sounds...
And season it the way you want to season it.
Yeah, so everyone seasons it differently, I'm sure, right? Everyone's got their own little secret.
Right.
Okay. And so what else did I find out in Minnesota food-wise? What is it? A hot dish. Hot dish was a thing. It was like a casserole kind of covered in tater tots. Is that something I just read about, or is that real?
Oh, no, that's real. They take hamburger and cook it up, and Some add vegetables, like a mixed vegetable to it.
Oh, nice.
Like your corn, green beans, and peas, mix it all together with your hamburger. They put a little cheese with it, and then I think it's cream of chicken or cream of mushroom.
Oh.
You put with it, and then you put your tater tots on top, and then bake it for about 45 minutes.
Interesting.
I don't make it no more. My kids are growing, so I don't make it.
Right, that's a good big
and
fan.
My husband and I don't eat potatoes, so.
Don't eat potato. Well, you're eating all the wild rice, right? Why would you eat a potato when you got the delicious wild rice?
To be honest with you, I quit eating wild rice too.
Oh no. Oh, that's sad. I was excited.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love wild rice, but my husband and I went on a diet, and I don't eat much with carbs in it, so. My husband will still eat it. I still cook for him.
Well, that's good. At least someone's making it out there. It seems like that,
yeah,
right?
He likes it with his wild game, so.
Wild game. You guys hunt a lot. Is there a lot of wild game out in Minnesota? Like I said, the show I'm doing is on food and drink, so I'm always looking for like what, Minnesota, especially the state, not just like Minneapolis, is like is excited about, or what's really big food and drink wise. Those are like the big things I found. If you have any tips, please lay it on me. Is wild game hunting a big thing out there?
My husband's a fishing guide too.
Is he?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So, I mean, there is a lot of lakes up there, so that makes sense. Like that, I could see the fishing.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah, he's been guiding for over 25 years, close to 30 now.
That's a lot of fishing.
Yeah, it is.
I never caught a fish in my life. Been fishing many times, never caught one.
Oh, we went out yesterday. We had the day off. It was our anniversary, so we went fishing, and we caught 10 walleyes. And
walleyes. Delicious.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't want to hold you up. I'll talk to you all day about Minnesota. But is there anything else that you think I'm missing, food and drink wise, or anything that? Oh, I have a question for you about Minnesota because I've never been there. So here's a quick question for you. Every state, like the ones especially I haven't been to, I kind of like equate. In New Jersey, there's like a couple different zones. There's North Jersey, Central Jersey, and like South Jersey, right? So North Jersey's closer to New York. It's got kind of like a little New York vibe. Central Jersey's like maybe some shore towns and like a little bit different and a blend of the two. And then South Jersey's like close to Philly and Cape May and stuff. And it's a different kind of world down there. So how would you break up Minnesota as a whole? Could you break it up that way? Are there different regions that you would say? Is it Minneapolis and then?
Oh yeah, they're different here. Because we live way up north by the Canadian border.
I see Moose Lake Wild Rice on the map. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's totally different. I mean, down south, they're in fast pace where we're not up here. We're more laid back.
Okay. Up by Canada, it's a little bit more laid back.
Yep.
All right. And okay, great. Well, is there any other food or drink that you think I should look into, or any kind of like, what's the go-to drink out there? I was looking for cocktails. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't go out and have. The only thing I drink is vodka soda.
Vodka soda's at home.
I know. There's a bar in Grand Rapids. It's a restaurant. It's a nice place, and it's called Forest Lake. And they make some really, really awesome, what are those things called? They're Long Island teas.
Long Island iced teas?
I don't know. Long Island teas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people make them, but they make some really dandy ones.
What's the name of that place?
Forest Lake in Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
Grand Rapids. I'm just going to pull it up. Cool. There it is, Forest Lake. Awesome. Yeah, the only drink that I could find that's kind of like Minnesota-based was, I found a gin that's made out there, and also a cocktail called the Bootleg, which I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but maybe that's not a real thing.
Well, yeah, I've never heard of it. We have another bar here in right here in Deer River. It's the bowling alley, and they were on the map for the world's best pizza at one time. But they have a beer it's a blueberry beer.
Blueberry beer?
Blueberry Bowl.
Blueberry Bowl? What's the name of this place?
Blueberry Bowl.
That's the name of the bowling alley?
Yep. And they made a beer, and it's blueberry beer.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that sounds good. I like blueberries. I don't know if I like it in my beer, but it sounds good.
I've tried it. It's not bad.
But not great.
Not great.
So I'll just
a lot of people like it, though. I'm not a beer drinker.
That's fair. I'll just get you ve soda. Don't worry about it. We'll bring it back. It's okay.
There you go.
All right,
there you
great.
go.
Well, again, I talked to you all day, but thank you for your time and the insight. I'll use that on the show and appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I want to get
not a problem.
I want to get some of this rice. I'm really excited. I want to get some of this hand-picked rice and make it at home properly. I feel like I've never had it, so I'm definitely going to order some. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you. What was your name again?
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Terry,
thank you so much. My name's Billy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Terry from Minnesota. How nice was she? Terry loves her vodka sodas. Yeah. Who needs guests when you got a phone? Phones are live, baby. I love calling random people in the Midwest and getting to talk to them about fucking whatever. You know what happens if you call me midday while I'm at work and you say something like, hey, I'm doing a show, I got a couple questions? I fucking hang up on you. I'm sorry. I got shit to do. But I love Terry. She was great. I wish I had better questions. I wasn't really expecting to call her, let alone her answer. Exciting, though. Who knew that there was hand-picked wild rice from ponds and shit out there? I mean, this shit ain't cheap. Look at this. Moose Lake wild rice, $61.30 or 5 pounds. It is hand-picked. That does look pretty wild, though. Look at that shit. That's like a strange grain. I wonder if it just tastes like pond. That's pretty cool, though. I'd like to get my hands on that. Can we put that in the book? Put that on the Mea Culpa episode when we're grilling up steaks and other shit. Lake and river wild rice. All right. Well, that was exciting. Gin. I forgot we had this. Thankfully, she brought that up and we could get right into it. There's the Juicy Lucy we kind of failed on. It's getting a little more juicy, I guess, now that we cut it open, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. Not too stoked on it. I think it's dumb. Even done well, I think it's dumb. I don't like that Terry makes her own at home. Terry takes a couple vodka. All right, let's be nice. There's no reason. Let's just be nice. Asshole. You're an asshole. Bootlegger. That's a cocktail out there. The tater tot hot dish. We talked about that. There's that ugly thing. There's that stupid bird again. The flower. The flag. The Mall of America. Prairie. That's where we wanted to go. Yes. So I've seen this brand, gin and vodka, and they have a couple flavors and stuff like that. Also reach out and ask for them to be on the show. They declined. So we're going to judge pretty goddamn harshly. That's what you get. It's fine. I was born in 1910, sure. Meet the #1 selling organic spirits brand. Okay. Bold. Presumptuous, perhaps. Cheers to no compromises. Tell me about the gin before I get in there. We have vodka, gin. They have a couple small batch things. I've never had this gin. This farm-crafted spirit layers in fresh aromatics herbs, all with gently balanced and flavorful finish. Well, that's what all gins say. Easygoing gin bursts of herbs, sage, and juniper with exotic spices. The taste is refreshing. The finish is long and delicate. Well, I've been drinking a lot of the gins lately, getting into the gin game, so I'm excited to try this Minnesota, crafted in Minnesota, it says farm crafted. Are we hand crafting? Are we farm crafting? What are we doing? I can't read the fucking back of this. Jesus. Our story begins. I don't care. I just don't care. You get flavor profiles on here? Anything useful? Sage, juniper, and exotic spices. They're big on just saying sage, juniper, exotic spices. Made with 100% organic corn. Well, let's see. Also, still feel like there's a dead animal in the studio. Just saying. So let's just pour a little bit in here. Let's just try it straight up, and then we're going to put it into a cocktail. We're going to talk about the bootlegger cocktail, which is something I got going on right here. So let's get into this gin a little bit. It's got a little bit of This gin's got a little bit of like a rubbing alcohol kind of vibe. You know? All right, little juniper. Big herbs in there. The sage is strong. Very much on the sage. I mean, gin's not made to just crush like that, let's be fair. What up, next level in the chat? Holla. Yeah, they got a couple other, like, sustainable, like, flavored ones, but you know me, I don't fuck with the flavored ones unless we gotta. They got a couple, of course, everyone now has sparkling craft cocktails, which brings us to the bootleg. Now, I would have bought this if I saw it, because the bootleg is apparently a very big cocktail out at... Now, this gin's good, before we move on to the bootleg. It's a tasty gin, it's very clean, probably makes a very good martini. A nice summer... savory kind of martini vibe. I would make that, but I feel like we're going to make something different with that. We're going to make a very special cocktail in honor of Prince, because we're in Minnesota. We're talking Prince. I'd be playing Prince all the time right now if I didn't shut down my goddamn channel. We love Prince. I got my closest thing to purple shirt on. So, talking about gin from Minnesota, fantastic. And by fantastic, I mean better than mediocre. Then, the cocktail that's big in Minnesota, or at least is identified as being big in Minnesota, is called the bootleg. The bootleg is a cocktail. There's a couple different recipes out there I looked around, but the common thing... Where's the story? Let me give you the story at least. Here, this is what I read that sounded right. Minnesota is a golfer's state. Something else I didn't hear. And well, Tori didn't tell us about that when we called her. In fact, we consistently rank at or near the top in golfers' participation in the U.S. What does that have to do with cocktails? Plenty. Maybe Minnesota's unofficial official cocktail, the bootleg or the bootlegger drink, has been a favorite of the state country club for decades. So apparently they got country clubs. This definitely seems like a cocktail you drink while you're golfing. I've never been golfing, but this seems like the kind of thing that you would want to get into. So, again, I did the research for you. Don't worry, everyone. That's why I'm here. This cocktail is a Minnesota original. Oh, here you go. The real story behind it. That's the one I just read. Is there any more to it? No, there's not. What a terrible headline. Good picture, though. So the common ingredients is a can. You know the frozen cans of concentrated bullshit? You'll know as soon as you see it. Like this thing, like a can of this shit. You get a can of this lemonade, a can of limeade, put that shit in a blender, put them together, throw in a whole head of mint, whole shitload of mint to taste, I suppose, blend that bitch up, and that is your bootlegger blend. That's what this is. Now, you know, what I don't like about this is what I don't like about certain mojitos and the way certain cocktails that utilize herbs are, is that there's little bits of pulverized herb in here that when you drink it, it's just going to get to your teeth. No one wants to fucking sip on a cocktail. You're out on a date having a cocktail, you take a sip, your fucking teeth are covered in green mint. Or like, even worse, like a big leaf, like a big old fucking... You take a sip of your drink and you're like, hey guys, I love mojitos. I love mojitos, so, now. There's something on my teeth? I just really like mojitos. I think this is good luck. Guys, you want another mojito? I'll make it for you. It's fucking stupid. Smashing mint into a drink. You're just asking for fucking mint all over your teeth like an idiot. Sorry, not sorry. Or you're gonna sit there and try to avoid it with your straw and fucking make a dance with it. Just don't do it. Drink better. Anyway, this is the big Minnesota thing. So they blend that shit up into the bootlegger base, and I could see some lazy-ass country club people making this blend, and then you just hit it with some vodka gin or whatever and put it in a glass and enjoy. So, let's... We're going to do it probably just like they would do it there. Measure, measure. Always use the jig. We're using Minnesota's own Prairie Gin, and then we're going to top it with this, which is the blend, the limeade lemonade blend. And some places add simple syrup to it. I'm sure a lot of bars do that. This is very sweet enough for me. Toppy top with club. This is for Tori. She likes her vodka sodas. I bet you should get a kick off one of these. Or wild rice patties. Cheers to Minnesota. Not really again, like not like let's look at this before I even take a sip. See the problem with this? Do you see the problem with this? Like, look at all this sediment here. What is this? Look at all this sediment. Like, I gotta drink that? I gotta drink through this marsh? What is this? A fucking wild rice marsh patty? Like, look at that. Does this look like something you want to sip on? I'm just gonna say no. I'm just gonna say that this is, gonna get all stuck in my teeth. But let's drink it. It's probably delicious. I mean, it's refreshing. It's lemonade. It's lemon, lime, mint, and gin, and club soda. I feel like I gotta brush my teeth now, though. I guess I'll finish that off with a Minnesota tot. Really feel like a Minnesotian. Or this is too sweet for my taste. I don't like sweet drinks. If we're poolside, sure, let's crush some of them. Right now, here and now, in the studio with a potential dead animal within feet of me that I smell, it's just not what I'm feeling. Is it tasty? Yeah, I get it. I get it, Minnesota. I see what you're up to. I get your vibe. Would we put a spring of mint in there like that? Yeah, but again, I mean, that looks like it's strained probably. I don't know why it looks like there's oh, you're not looking at it. This picture here, again, this looks like it may be strained. Looks like it's garnished. There's a questionably swampy water. Looks like there's a Coke spoon of matcha here. I don't know what that is. Maybe not a great picture. I don't know. I've never had the cocktail. This is as close as I get to it. But here at Organic, the people who make the gin make it in cans. This is where savory mint, bright lime, and a slight sweetness meet for a crisp and refreshing cocktail. That's it. Okay. I wish I could have got some of these small batch collections from Prairie, like the organic Navy Strength Gin. Sounds really delicious, but whatever. Maybe I'll just go to the Mall of America. Should we call somewhere in the Mall of America? Let's call somewhere in the Mall of America. What kind of stores we got there? We already talked to the Wild Rice Lady. Tori, was it Tori? Terry, the Wild Rice Lady. She laid it on us about North Minnesota. Let's get someone from the mall. Pick a store, somebody. Someone in the chat, give me a store to call. Which one of these stores in the mall do we call? Directory and map. I mean, let's be honest. Is the Mall of America bumping right now? I'm going to go ahead and say no. Not a food place. They might be busy. Like, Abercrombie. AARP. Abercrombie Kids. Aldo. Well, we're going alphabetically. Let's just go to M, since we're in the M states. Let's just do that. M Health Fairview, M&M. I'll call the M&M store. Call the M&M store. Okay. We're gonna call the M&M store in the Mall of America. That's pretty fucking American, dude. I'm gonna say that that's like possibly the most American shit going. Can we highlight the number here? What are we doing? Don't make me type it in like an idiot. I gotta type it in like an idiot. All right. 612-246-3982. Tacos and beer now following. Grazie, grazie. All right, let's call perhaps the most American of phone calls we could possibly make. We're calling the M&M store inside the Mall of America. Let's get it. Where's my cocktail? Time's it there? Is Minnesota time a thing? It's 12:30. It's a perfect time to call the M&M store. What's your favorite M&M? Probably peanut, yellow peanut.
Thanks for calling the M&M store at Mall of America. This is Jess. How may I help?
Jess, how you doing? I'm doing a show on the foods and drinks of different states across the country, and I was just looking at the Mall of America, and I just wanted to ask a question about Minnesota. Do you have a second?
Sure.
Are you from Minnesota? You born and raised?
Raised here, not born.
Raised? All right, good enough. I just had a question about like the layout of it. Again, we do like a food and drink based show, but I'm just trying to ask somebody who lives there like their thoughts on this. In New Jersey, at least where I'm from, like there's North Jersey, Central Jersey, South Jersey. North Jersey's kind of like New York kind of vibe. Central Jersey's like Jersey Shore. South Jersey's kind of like Philadelphia kind of land, for lack of a better word. When I look at Minnesota, I'm looking at it on a map. I see Minneapolis, but I don't know much about like outside of that. Like, how would you kind of break it up? Are there other areas or like sections? Like, what would you say as someone who lives there?
So there are different sections to our state.
All right.
There is the northern half of the state that is just north of St. Cloud.
Okay.
And then there's the southern half that is just south of the Twin Cities. And the Twin Cities is going to be the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area.
All right, I see
and that's
that.
going to be a whole section to itself.
Okay, so Minneapolis-St. Paul's its own vibe, and then we got south of that is its own kind of thing, I guess, because it's kind of button up on Iowa.
Uh-huh.
And then
north of it is its own thing as well.
Okay, so everything that's north, is that, since we're closer to Canada, is that like, I'm just guessing, the more north you go, the more kind of Canada country it gets? I don't know.
The more north you go, the more rural it's going to get.
All right.
And the more stereotypical, you've probably heard, yeah, sure, you betcha out there a few times. That's how it's going to be.
I heard
the more
what?
north you get.
Oh, I heard what? The accent?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, A. I heard A a lot. That's the Canadian thing, right? A? Minnesota A?
That one gets said around up in the northern part. Yeah, sure, you betcha gets said.
You betcha. You betcha. I feel like I heard that now that you say that. That's funny.
If you've seen the show Fargo, you've heard it.
I have. That's right. And the movie. That's right. I forgot that all takes place up there. Hey, you betcha. Oh, I love that. Do you guys love Fargo up there? Probably not. You're probably sick of it.
Fargo's North Dakota, actually.
It's true. But I think the movie takes place kind of in between. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then again, so one more question. You got it. We do the show, again, every week we do a different state. So this week's Minnesota, and I'm looking at the food and the drink of each state. That's kind of what we focus on. And the food that I found was a Juicy Lucy is like a big thing out there. Like I couldn't find anything else that like kind of iconic Minnesota food. Would you agree with that, or do you think that there's some other kind of Minnesota food that hits the mark?
Juicy Lucy is our most iconic food out there.
All right.
It's a hamburger with a thing of cheese in the middle.
Oh.
And it can be any kind of cheese, too.
Any cheese. Okay. See, that seems silly to me. I like cheese on my burger, not in it, but, you know, I'm not from Minnesota. That's okay. Different strokes. Is it good?
It seems weird, but it actually tastes really good when you get it done right.
Yeah, it's a cheeseburger. There probably is an art to it, I'm sure. It's probably a right way to make it a wrong way. And then for drinks, I mean, I'm sure there's probably a bunch of breweries, but I couldn't pick one like that. Yeah, I found a cocktail called the Bootlegger. I don't know if that's something you ever heard of. And I got some gin from a place that makes gin out there, Prairie. I don't know if those are big things out there or...
I've heard of the gin maker. I haven't heard of the Bootlegger before.
Okay. It seems like it's a Minnesota...
We have a lot of craft breweries.
Yeah, every state seems...
Especially in the Twin Cities area.
Twin Cities, a lot of breweries, yeah. Cities love breweries these days. It's really good. Are there any you're in the Mall of America, correct?
Yep.
And that's cool because that's like its own big thing. How is there any breweries and stuff like that in there? Is there like a Juicy Lucy shop in the Mall of America? Can I go to the Mall of America and get a Juicy Lucy? I feel like I should be able to do that.
No, but there's a restaurant close to the Mall of America that can do a Juicy Lucy. Really
all right.
good.
Who's got to go? Yeah, who's your favorite? Give me
5-8 Club.
That's the original. It's one of the original ones, right? Yeah, I've heard about that. I saw that in my research. Cool. And then Wild Rice.
Off Cedar Avenue.
And then Wild Rice is the other thing that apparently Minnesota's big
Yep.
on. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, well, am I missing anything else? I won't hold you up. Am I missing any food or drink or anything that you think about Minnesota I should bring to the table?
There is one brewery I would definitely look into.
Okay, what's that?
And it's down in New Ulm, Minnesota. ULM.
ULM.
And it's the August Shell Brewing Company. They make some really cool stuff.
August Shell Brewing Company. Here we go. All right, cool. Yep. SCHELL. Got it. Established brewery known for German pilsners and lagers. I love that. That's the kind of beers that I love. Oh, man. Making me want some beer now. Shell Brewing. This looks delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I grew up in New Ulm, so it's the brewery I know the best.
Oh, all right, cool. And what was your name again?
Jess.
Jess. Well, Jess, again, I don't want to hold you up. I'm sure you got a lot of M&M business to get to. What's your favorite M&M?
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate? But what about peanut? The peanut's the best. Everyone knows that.
There's a dark chocolate peanut that's really good, too.
Whoa.
So.
What color is your favorite?
I'd have to go with the light purple.
Light purple. Light purple dark chocolate. All right, good to know. I'll get you that when I'm out there, and I'll make sure to get you one of these beers from Shell's. I'll bring it for you.
All right.
Thanks so much. I appreciate the insight. Like I said, I just want to chat with somebody out there, so appreciate you. Hope you have a good day.
You too.
Bye. I'll talk to you. These lovely Midwestern folk, people. You can't get enough. I can't get enough of them. Tickling the ears. Say hi to Locale, Shell's Beer. I want some of their beer. I like a properly made. I'm going to eat all these tots. Oh, I didn't ask about the tots. Shit. Okay. Year-round craft. Yeah, I want some of these. I don't want a beer. I don't really want to be slugging down cocktails here. But let us move forward. We're in Minnesota. We're doing the Prairie Gin. There's only one man to talk about. The man is Prince. We love Prince. We love everything about Prince. Rip Prince. We're just going to keep him up in the bottom. This is one of my favorite moments of Prince. He's got so many great moments, but I love that one. Super Bowl Prince is one of my favorite Princes. I wish we could just play the whole Super Bowl performance and call it a day. But we cannot. But we could keep Prince on there. We're probably going to get taken down for even having a goddamn picture of him up. But I think they eased up a little bit on his stuff. But I mean, we could keep calling places. I don't know if we want to call more places in the mall. I mean, she was very nice. Let's call one more maybe, and then I'm going to make a cocktail for Prince, a Prince-based cocktail, using the ingredients that we talked about here. In fact, let's do that now. Then we'll do a phone call. So when I was thinking about this mediocre cocktail, the bootlegger, I said, fucking Prince, bro. Purple, bro. We need to make a purple drink. The closest thing to a purple drink that people ask for is like an aviation sometimes. The aviation's not really supposed to be purple. If it's purple, they might have made it wrong. But it does have creme de violet in it. Which is nice. Is this creme de violet from Minnesota? No. Is that guitar Prince is playing there made in Minnesota? No. Does Prince care? Prince does not care. Okay? Prince is made in Minnesota. The spirit of Prince will live on in this cocktail. Bold words for a cocktail that I've never made before. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it live. Now I'm thinking we're going to take like we're going to do like an up cocktail. We're going to focus on the gin. We're going to add enough of this to make it perpy perps. And we're going to use, in an aviation, you would use this lemon juice. But since we have this mint, lemon, lime, already sugared, super acidic blend that's full of mint, we're going to use this in the beverage as the mix. So it's a play on an aviation for the man Prince. So we're just going to get in and make it. And we're going to make it really fucking purple. Not too purple, though, but purple enough. Let's go with the sticky first. Let's shake this up. We're going to strain it also. Because I don't want... Prince wouldn't want chunks of bullshit in his drink. And I certainly wouldn't serve it to him that way. So I'm going to go with maybe an ounce and a half of the... What the hell is this called? The bootleg mix? Let's do like an ounce and a half. Because this is the acid. This is the sweet. This is all those things. And then let's go with an ounce and a half of the Prairie Gin, the Minnesota-made Prairie Gin. And then my spec, I would only use a pinch of this in an aviation, maybe a quarter ounce. But since we're in Prince country, we're trying to make it perpy perp, and this is the good creme, good creme. We're gonna go with a full half ounce. See how that ends up looking. This stuff's great. This is the Rothman and Winter Creme de Violet. It's from Austria. It's got a big, like, flowery, herbal, vanilla backbone to it. And it's really good. It's great. It's fantastic. Put some ice in the old shaker here. Some ice in the old shakes. So what we have, about 3.5 ounces. It's gonna be a short pour in this glass, but it's okay. Shake it up. I should get the other glass. It'll look prettier in the other glass. I'm gonna go get the other glass. Fuck it. Prince wouldn't want this in a shit glass. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't worry, we got it. We got the right glass, proper glassware, very important. So, where were we? Let's see what we're looking like here. This cocktail looks green. What the hell's going on here? Let's give this a little sample here. I guess purple and yellow does make green now, doesn't it? Take another half ounce of the violet. I tasted a little bit of it. I want more. It's a high quality ingredient. More. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's pour this bitch out. Let's do it on the mat here so we don't get a mess everywhere, you know. Gonna double strain. The old dubbies. Well, that's a murky cocktail. There is not a lot of purple in there. Well, we failed you, Prince. Should have saw that coming. Still has sediment. Wow, really good. Can we call this purple? Can we call this a purple rain? Really good. Wow. We got to bump up the purple on that. I bet you we put a light behind it. It's more purple than it looks. The studio's killing my vibe. That's purple, dude. Ha! It's a purple drink. Still got the green, the mint. We gotta definitely take care of the mint. The mint's gotta get pulled out of there. It's floating on top. I don't like it. We got some of it out, but all right. I'm not mad at this. We're gonna work on the purple rain. We're gonna call it the purple rain. And it's gotta be the purple rain because it's made with the Minnesota gin. Very important. And we can make it a little bit more perp. A little bit more purple. We could infuse the gin maybe with something purple from Minnesota. I don't know. Got real weird. They got like that purple wild rice. We infused that in the gin. Fucking far out, bro. All right. What time is it? Jesus Christ. Cheers to Minnesota. Cheers to Prince. One more phone call. Then we got a boogie. Who we calling? Someone in the Mall of America. I feel like they're pretty lax in the mall these days. Not much going on. Let's call Alpaca Connection. What the hell is that? No. Amazon lockers. Amazon 4-star. We said we're going to do M's because we're in Minnesota. Let's go back to the M section. M&M's we called. Macrons by Maddie Lou. She sounds serious. Mango Valley. Margaritaville. Oh, God. Mask Up is a kiosk in the middle of the mall. Should we just call them and be like, yo, dude, what up? Mask Up. Sushi and Robata. Michael Kors, Maurice's. Nothing's sticking out here. Minnesota. All right, this place is called Minnesota. That's the fucking hit. We're gonna call them. Let's get it going. Calling Minnesota in Minnesota. In the Mall of America. (858-8531), 858-8531. All right. I mean, I don't know if we've ever gone 3 for 3 on phone calls here, but we're gonna go for it. Calling Minnesota, the store in Minnesota, Mall of America.
Thank you for calling Minnesota. Please hold.
Sure. Oh, they must be busy.
605.
Sounds very busy there. They might not have time for a question. Sure. I'll listen to you gift wrap some Minnesota hats. Nickelodeon shop.
It just needs a signature there.
Nickelodeon food court. Old time photo.
Receipt with you were in the bag.
Orange streak photo. Panda Express.
There you are. Thank you.
Pink Popeyes, Pop Sockets. Prada, Puma Wrestling, Weaving. Nickelodeon Universe. What was that? Okay. Rick Bronson's House of Comedy. This is a big mall, huh? I guess it is the Mall of America. Sea Life.
All right, 8812.
Doesn't sound like they have time for us here.
All right, get the reader going for you there.
I'm real busy selling Minnesota gear, huh? We'll call the sock store next. They can't be that busy. Jesus. Yeah, we'll wait. Don't worry, Minnesota. We got nothing else to do here. Jesus.
And it needs the signature.
Very nice, though. Sounds like she's very nice.
Receipt with you were in the bag. All right.
Minnesota-themed souvenir stores.
There you are. Thanks.
What kind of
so much.
souvenirs we got here? That's going to be question one.
Thank you for holding. My name is Zelda. How may I help you?
Zelda, hi. How you doing? My name's Billy.
Hey, I'm good. How about you?
I'm okay. My name's Billy. It sounds like you're very busy there. I don't want to hold you up, but I had...
Don't worry.
Okay, cool. I had a couple questions about Minnesota, and I was like, well, let me call the store that's called Minnesota.
Heck yeah.
I'm doing a show on the food and drink of all the states. Every week I do a different state, and this week's Minnesota, so I'm just trying to touch base with somebody in Minnesota, and I was like, well, I'm looking at the Mall of America, and I saw this place is called Minnesota. I was like, let me call them. Maybe they can help me out for a second.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we do food and drink of the state. So I've started with that, and the things I found were the Juicy Lucy was very big for Minnesota. Does that sound on par?
Yes. For sure, and there's kind of an ongoing debate between people who has the best Juicy Lucy, either the 5-8 Club or Matt's Bar. People
Right.
get very aggressive.
I read about that. It's like a Pat's and
Yeah.
Geno's and Philly cheesesteak kind of situation. There's
Exactly.
street fights about it. One spells it right, one spells it wrong. I did a little bit of
Yep.
research on it. All right, I got that. Cool.
Precisely.
I'll check that on the checkbox. Tater tots and what is it called? A tot dish or something like that? Is that a big thing?
Yes, and actually tater tot hot dish is probably the most popular one. It's kind of like everyone else calls it casserole, but here we call it hot dish.
All right, a hot dish. Got it. Is there any
Yeah.
is there any other food that you would think is uniquely Minnesota? I know wild rice is a thing.
I was just going to say that. That is technically our state grain because we grow a lot of it here, and then that kind of goes along with wild rice soup.
So I never
Specialty dishes.
I talked to someone from the wild rice like plant where they like hand pick it, and apparently it's a whole different thing. Like I didn't know this. I thought it was just like a different
Yeah.
kind of rice. Is it really good? They're like, you've never had real wild rice. You haven't had. I was like, okay, I believe you. Is it something really different? Is it delicious?
I think it's delicious. Yeah, it's much more like fibrous tasting than regular brown rice,
All
and
right.
it almost tastes like buttery, I guess, is the best way that I can describe it. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. But
I
yeah.
like that. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one other question I'll have for you is I'm from New Jersey, and I ask everyone I talk to from another state about this. I break up New Jersey, if you've never been here, into like North Jersey, Central Jersey, and South Jersey, right? North Jersey's it's got kind of New York vibes. It's closer to New York.
Right.
Central Jersey's got like the shore towns and stuff like that. And then South Jersey's a little closer to Philadelphia. So it's kind of got like a Philly kind of vibe, generally speaking. How would you break up Minnesota? Like I'm looking at it on a map. Obviously, I see where Minneapolis is. That's like its own kind of metro vibe, like the Twin Cities it's called and all that. What about the rest of
Yeah.
Minnesota though? Like how would you, is there a way to even break it up, or is it kind of Minneapolis against the rest of the state? What would you say?
Goodness, to be honest, I haven't been around that much, but I do know that as you get up north, it gets a little bit more wild. Like the towns are smaller. It's called the North Woods because when you get up north, that's when you get like the big stretches of forests and wildlife.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I see a lot of like reservations
It's
and lakes.
kind of like that a little bit more down south too, as you get like kind of to the edge, because again the towns are smaller.
Right.
But it's definitely more of a metropolis here in the middle.
Right. Okay. Cool. And so yeah, is there any other kind of food that you would think? The drink, I have some Prairie gin that's made in Minnesota. I don't know if that's a big thing out there, but I like to get my hands
Hold
on.
on one moment.
Yeah, take your
Sorry.
time. No worries. Take your time.
Oh, sorry. Would you mind subbing in on register? Thank you. Okay, so did you say drink?
Yeah, I have Prairie gin, which is made in Minnesota. I always try to get like some kind of beer or booze that's
Yeah.
made in the state. This is made in Minnesota, so that's cool. Is there anything else that like maybe you guys drink out there that's like a big thing, or even soda, not even booze or anything?
Beer is super huge out here because we had the Grain Belt Liquors factory founded here.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. It's like there's still a big sign downtown. I think you can tour the facility.
Nice. Green belt or grain belt? Green belt.
Grain Belt.
Grain belt. Interesting.
Yeah, like whole grains and
Right.
whatnot.
Yeah, like a wild rice and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
So what would you?
And then one more little detail. It's not a specific food, but Minneapolis was actually founded because the Mill City flour processing plant was founded here. Minneapolis wouldn't even exist if it hadn't been for that flour mill.
I didn't know that. All right, great. Mill City
Yeah.
Museum. Here it is. Look at that. Minneapolis flour milling boom. All right, cool.
It was powered by the river. There's a place called St. Anthony Falls, and it's a man-made waterfall, and it used to provide power for that whole plant.
Wow.
It's closed now, but it has because it exploded at one point, so it's turned into a tourist attraction now, touring the facade of the old mines.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I'm looking at the website now. There's a whole museum dedicated to it. That's awesome. So that's like kind of the birth of Minneapolis was through this flour milling. Who knew?
Exactly.
Awesome. Great. Well, I mean, I get it. I got the Juicy Lucy. I got the Tots. I'm gonna have some gin and the beers from there, maybe. Is there anything else that's iconic to Minnesota, or anything else that you would think is uniquely Minnesota that I should know about?
Let's see.
I mean, if no, that's okay too. But I always like to ask that.
I think that you've pretty much covered it.
I love to hear that. That makes me feel like I did my job.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Maybe I'll come out and visit the Mall of America. What do you guys sell in the Minnesota stores? Just Minnesota everything?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we've got a little bit of everything. There's actually 3 Minnesota stores in the mall. They're all our company. This happens to be the biggest one. So we've got the most apparel variety. So we've got T-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, spoon rests, wallets, notebooks, shot glasses, keychains, slingshots, you name it.
I mean, it sounds like stuff you'd buy in an airport. That seems crazy. How could it be so busy? But I'm glad you're busy. I mean, that seems crazy to me. But...
Yes, definitely. Well, people come to tour the Mall of America, and then we tend to sell things for a little less than you'd find at the airport.
That
so
makes
I think
sense.
That's why they gravitate here.
Yeah, that makes sense. How's it been there? Has it been very busy since the COVID? You guys are back in business fully, or is it restricted?
It is picking up exponentially, honestly.
Right. Well,
yeah,
good.
I'm the manager over here, so I'm glad to see that.
Oh, great. Well, again, thank you for your time. I won't hold you up. You got to sling all that Minnesota merch. Appreciate your answers and your insight. Very cool stuff. Thank you so much.
No problem. Good luck with everything.
Thanks so much. You too. Eh?
Bye.
How nice was she? That's 3 for 3. We ain't fucking beating that, dude. You ain't beating that. Who knew that? Minnesota Flour Mill. How did that duck my radar? Wow, they're really nice. What do we got here? Minnesota themed souvenir stores. Yeah. That goes to what you're saying. Tacos, grape juice, berries. Yeah, these callers are great. These Midwest callers are great. Again, I don't know why I'd be so nice on the phone, but maybe I'm a piece of garbage. I don't know. Well, I mean, we could sit here for hours and talk about Minneapolis and Minnesota as a whole, but you know what, kids? Minnesota's got to go to sleep. Week 23, Minnesota is in the bag. Lock it up. What'd we cover? Wild rice is the big bit. Let's be fair. If you're going to get a product from Minnesota that means anything, it's going to be the wild rice. Is this real wild rice? Clearly, the chick we talked to said this is bullshit. What was her name? Terry? Oh, Vodka Soda Terry was saying that that's no bueno. You want the hand-picked, wood-parched Lake and River wild rice. 5-pound multi-pack, $61.30 delivered to your goddamn door. MooseLakeWildRice.com. Not an ad. Anyone wants to go in on 5 pounds with me, DM your boy. All right? I only want a pound at $10. I don't need 5 pounds of wild rice. I'm not a fucking hoarder. But I do want to try it. So if you want some of this, you want to break it out, DM me, get at me at the Billy Vegas on Instagram. Minnesota, you got wild rice. Minnesota, you got Juicy Lucy's. For some reason, you got bored with putting cheese on top of your burgers. You said, let's stuff it in there and make more work for everybody. Not really a fan. Sorry. Tater tots. You love making casseroles and putting tater tots on top. I can't really be mad at that. It's like a bad shepherd's pie. Midwest people, you get a little freaky with your food. So I don't know what it is with that, but, you know, to each his own. Lazy Country Club folks blend up canned lemonade and limeade and add mint and add some gin or vodka to it, top it with club, and call it a bootlegger. Okay. Some people we talked to in Minnesota never heard of it, so I don't know what kind of websites I was reading. But you know what? Not bad. What'd we do? We turned that into a Prince cocktail that needs a little bit of work. We're calling this the Purple Rain. Purple Rain was planned in aviation. We used creme de violet with some of that organic Prairie Minnesota-made gin. And try to make a purple beverage out of it to call it the old in tribute to Prince. Rip Prince. Prince, the best thing to come out of Minnesota, Minneapolis, there's no question about it. Well, guys, that's week 23. Let's pull up the schedule. Where are we at? That's not the schedule, dude. There it is. Week 23, Minnesota, lock it up. Week 24, Mississippi, baby, coming up hot. What do we got for Mississippi? Do we have anything yet? Nope, blank page. All right, that's good. Mississippi, Missouri, Montana. Did I say I was getting out of the M's or into the M's? Jesus Christ. Missouri, Montana, right into Nebraska. And then we got Nevada, New Hampshire, and big bad New Jersey on the horizon. Hometown state, hometown show. What are we going to do for the New Jersey show? I'm racking my brain, taking ideas. Get at me at the Billy Vegas. I'm thinking about having a big old party. I'm thinking about changing up the set, maybe changing up the studio a little bit. Some dynamic angles. Bring some power players in New Jersey in the house. Kick it off right. Just have a nice big round table where we shit talk New Jersey and watch The Sopranos. Who knows? I want to thank all of my guests who reluctantly joined the show without them even knowing. Thank you for answering the phone. Thank you for being nice. I want to thank all the people in the chat. Love y'all. Thank everybody of you watching. Thanks to everybody who joined the pre-stream on @TheBillyVegas on Instagram. Please follow me @TheBillyVegas on Instagram, @HackChef for all your cooking needs. Thanks for joining me here for the show live. Per usual, every week's episode is documented forever on YouTube at bitsandbytes.us. It'll bring you right to our YouTube page, the Rebel Vision TV YouTube page, the playlist of all the states. They are there. This show should be up tomorrow. Highlight reel should be on Instagram also tomorrow, hopefully. I think that's it. What did we say next week was Mississippi is coming up. Mississippi is on deck. I don't know what we're doing for Mississippi. Who could say? That's it. Week 23, Minnesota in the bag. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what to say about the food. The Juicy Lucy is kind of a mess for me. Maybe we need a good one. I'm sorry. Let's look at that. What are we doing? What happened? Next time, we should have went with the wild rice. But you know what? You live and you learn. Like great Alanis Morissette said. I guess. All right, guys. See you next week with Mississippi. Bits and Bites. See ya.